I would like you to go through in greater detail, if you can, your, I guess it was summer experience in juvie. Because have you heard in the news this outrageous story where this judge was getting kickback money from the privately owned prison? And I saw the mother today of the young man who committed suicide after he was released.
Right.
She said when he came home, he was not the same person. He was, I guess, doing drugs or drinking at a party. And that's what led him, according to her, to being committed by this judge to this juvenile detention center. And she said it ruined our family, and we no longer have him. And I'm wondering if you have any opinions about, is it more likely, I'm guessing, just with school treatment, that if you come from what I'll call the wrong side of the tracks, or your family doesn't have money or political clout, if you get in trouble, you're more likely to end up in juvie than someone who's driving around in the new car that mommy and daddy bought them, or whose parents are connected well socially in town.
That's exactly what happened to, I have an opinion on that scenario as well with the mother.
Please, go ahead.
That she's just, were they getting kickbacks for putting people in juvie? Yes. Is that wrong? Yes. But let's get something clear that the judicial system as a whole is a business. It's a business. I don't care what anybody says. It's not about rehabilitation. It's a business. Like, it's 100% a business behind it. And you need people in it as well for the business to operate. So there's that. But, like, her son, he committed suicide. He was a drug addict. You know, and I just highly doubt.
Well, I
he went. If they locked him up for doing so, like, I've been through the system. I know how this works. You get in trouble, and then they put you on probation. Now there's rules that you have to follow. You're on probation now, and you got, you have your new father. He checks in on you. You are not to be drinking, and you are not to do drugs. You are to go to work and come home and be a productive member of society. And that's it. You got yourself in trouble, and these are the repercussions for it, and everyone knows what they are. And then they check you for drugs, and then you fail a drug test, and then they lock you up. I think the problem, the kid, I find it highly unlikely that the kid went to juvie and then came out and then was all of a sudden a wreck. Do you know what I mean? I think the mother's putting a spin on it, or not putting a spin on it, but taking advantage of the headlines surrounding the fact of the matter, that the judge was taking money, or the money that's behind it. And I could see how that could be upsetting, but again, I think the mother sees it as an opportunity to sue the judicial system because her son committed suicide after he was involved with that system that is now under a microscope. Do you know what I mean? But I'm willing to bet that the kid had underlying issues and drugs were a part of it, and it happened way before, like, the disconnect. You know what I mean? Like, the drug problems and whatnot.
Yeah, well, I can only go by what she's saying, which
Right.
may be putting a sheen on something that was much deeper of a problem. She's indicating that this was his first time in a run-in with the law, and that he should have been given a warning or something other than being sent to a juvenile detention center.
Do you know what? So, sitting on the other side of that table, like being in trouble with the law on numerous occasions and having my mother right next to me. Let me tell you, I can clearly remember, I don't remember what the scenario is, but I did it. Like, it was me, and I was just denying it, you know. Like, my mother, if I said I didn't do it, like, my mother believed me until, I don't know if it's the mother-son thing, but, like, there were scenarios where I did it, and then, like, I was lying to the police, and then my mother... It didn't matter what anybody said. If I told my mom I didn't do it, I don't know. It's.
So you were working her love for you and her protective nature for you.
No, I could just remember, like, I don't know. I can't remember what it was in particular, but like, I just remember her undoubted, you know, not, if I said I didn't do it, you know, like, she would believe me. I don't know, I wish I could remember the scenario that I'm trying to bring up and to relate to what we're talking about. But a mother will defend her son, ultimately, is what I'm getting at, you know, blindly, sometimes, with blinders on. You know what I mean? Like, so you got to take that into perspective as well.
But you would agree the corrupt judge who is sending kids to this center and getting money back from the people who owned the prison, the juvenile detention center, is pretty vicious of a crime. I mean, I don't know. I've read stories about as young as 12 years old could be in a juvenile detention center. Mm-hmm. Was that your experience?
Yeah, there was, like, it was full when we were there, and that was fucking 4 years ago, 30 years ago. But there was, like, I don't know, 10 to 15 people there, ranging from all ages. Remember, I know there weren't really too many minors there, but the system's corrupt. It is. It's all about money.